We are going to see the VOTAC conversion plants or VOTAC manufacturing plants. There are two kinds of VOTAC power plants. One is land-based power plant, another one is a floating power plant. Land-based power plant in the sense the power plant will be in the seashore or in the land. Okay, and if it is what is that called, a floating power plant, in the sense it is in the middle of the sea. Okay, it is in the middle of the sea. The fluid is called as floating power plant. First we will see the land based power plant. So land based power plant, this is nothing but land based power plant. So it is constructed onshore. It is constructed in the onshore, accommodates all parts of the VOTAC plants. What are the parts are there in the sense? Water discharge, condenser, pump, turbine, evaporator, warm sea water, cold sea water. So cold sea water is here coming, and warm sea water is there. So the temperature differences between these two waters are taken in the evaporator. Then the water which is present in the evaporator is converted into vapor, and the vapor will be given to the turbine, and turbine rotates, and low pressure vapor, after that electricity will be produced. Then the low vapor will be given to the condenser, and condenser converts the vapor into water that will be given to the cold sea water. Okay, this is nothing but the land based power plant. So in land based power plants, it requires laying down long pipes are required for the installation purpose. So we have to pick up the hot water and we have to pick up the cold water. Both waters we need both pipes, because the plant will be installed, or the plant will be kept in the land, not in the sea, not in the ocean. So one pipe is used to collect the warm ocean water, and another pipe is used for the cold water collection. So the third pipe is also used to discharge the outlet. So this is nothing but discharge the outlet. For that we are using the third pipe. Used water again in the ocean. So via marine culture ponds deep down the oceans, this water will be discharged. The cost of the pipe installation and maintenance is very expensive. Land based is also very expensive, because the water thermal power plant temperature, the water has to be collected from the surface of the ocean, and the surface of the plant kept in the land is so many kilometers. It has to carry through the pipes. And only one advantage is nothing but electrical transmission lines and connectivity to the electrical power grid is very easy if it is a land based, because once generated, then we can put that grid, and then we can transmit to the powerhouses directly. So that is the major advantages of the land based power plant. And floating power plant, in the sense it is built on the ship. Many people have seen that in the ship, that floating power plant is there. Ocean thermal power plant will be installed, where required temperature gradient is sufficient for the VOTAC plant. And then the working principle of the thermal energy conversion is same as like the land based power plant, but the thing is cost saving on piping system. That means we are using long pipe in the land based system, but here in the ship itself we are installed that power plant. So that is nothing but the land based power plant. When compared to the land based power plant, a long pipe is not required in this one. And electrical power transmission to the seashore is very difficult. That is one problem is there. That means we don't have long pipes, but the floating thing we are using, once the power is generated, in the sense we have to go to the seashore. So to transmit the power to the seashore or to the grid, then it is a hectic work is there. It is also very expensive. So high installation cost of the long underwater cables, inefficiency, and many other problems are associated in this floating point VOTAC plants for the product. And also we have to consider the production of fuels, hydrogen, and other kind of electrolysis process, and also we have to consider this is nothing but the floating point power plant. So here main body will be there, outside diameter, and this is cold water intake, and this is nothing but the total length, and then anchor chain, that means ship. From the ship we are using this one. So this will be inside that. So from the ocean surface we are taking this one, and then it is used for the temperature. So cold water pipe is the largest single item in the land based design. But here, after generation of the electricity, it has to be given to the grid. So for that, nearly 1,000 meters long vertical pipe is required for this floating plant. That is nothing but which is compared to the 3 times greater than the land based thing. And next we are going to see the ocean thermal energy conversion, what are the heat engines we are using, and how it is operating. So what are the heat engines we are using? In the sense, we are using that Rankine cycle. In that Rankine cycle, 3 types of cycle is operated by the Rankine machine. That is a Rankine heat engine that we have seen in the module 1. Module 1 we discussed about the Rankine cycle. So there are 3 cycles are there. One is a closed cycle, open cycle, and a hybrid cycle. So closed cycle, open cycle, and hybrid cycle. So while talking about the Rankine cycle is nothing but which consists of evaporator, turbine expander, condenser, pump, and working fluid. These are all the parts of the Rankine cycle. If you see that we have a evaporator, we have a condenser, we have working fluid, and we have some pumps are there used to pump the water, and turbine is the main source, and generator is the main source for production of electricity. So here first one is nothing but this water. Okay, so there are while talking about this Rankine cycle, we have 3 types of cycles are there. One cycle is nothing but open cycle, where the warm sea water is used as a working fluid. Okay, so sea water itself is used as a working fluid. We are not using any separate working fluid for the conversion. Whereas closed cycle, in the sense, low boiling point of ammonia or propane is used as a liquid agent for the conversion of water into steam. And then ocean surface, warm ocean surface water flows into the evaporator, which a high temperature heat source. The fluid pump is utilized to force the fluid in a heat evaporator, where liquid fluid is vaporized. That means fluid pump, we are using that to force the fluid, which is the water which is from the ocean will be given to the heat exchanger, where the water will be converted into steam with the help of this liquid fluid is used. The vapor of the boiling fluid enters into the turbine expander coupled with the electrical generator in order to generate the electrical power. The vapor released from the turbine, that is low pressure vapor, that will be given to the condenser, where condenser converts the vapor into liquid, and the cold deep sea water is again pumped through the condenser for heat rejection from the vapor fluid and condense it to the liquid fuel. The liquid fuel is once again pumped through the evaporator, and cycle repeats. This is nothing but the working principle of the Rankine cycle. So if you see that Rankine cycle, which consists of pump, condenser, evaporator, and turbine, this is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4 operations continuously happening. First operation is nothing but the warm sea water and cold sea waters are pumped through the evaporator. If you see this picture, so see here the steps has been given. So this is warm sea water and this is cold sea water. So these two waters are pumped to the evaporator and condenser. Okay, pumped to the evaporator and condenser. The cold working fluid is pumped to the evaporator. This will be given to the evaporator. So that time what will happen, in the sense, the conversion is taking place. Due to the warm water and the cold working fluid is converted into steam, hot steam, heat steam. The evaporator uses the warm sea water to vaporize the working fluid, and the vapor rotates the turbine. So this is third step where the working fluid plus heat water converted into steam. Fourth is nothing but the high pressure steam is given to the turbine. The arrow mark is showing in the picture. So where the turbine starts to rotate, which is coupled to the generator in order to produce the electricity. Then fifth is nothing but the low pressure vapor is again enter into the condenser, where the vapor is converted into water. So because there is a cold water will be used for the purpose, so water will be converted, then again that fluid is returns to the pipe and the cycle is repeated. This is called as closed cycle OTEC operation. Closed cycle OTEC operation.